So it ends in defeat. Was that the start, though, to the game that you wanted after Blackburn? 15 shots we had in the first half.
Yeah, I think it was definitely brilliant. Not only the first 10, 15 minutes, but I think the reaction, the way the keep kept attacking and competing and playing after conceding this first goal, that was very disappointing, because I would say that before the 1-0, usually the result would have been 2-3-0 for us. But that's football. Football is about scoring the chances and not conceding when the opponent has it. And today, unfortunately, in the boxes, we were at different levels.
Does that make it more frustrating for you when the performance was as it was at the start and then you end up falling behind?
Emotionally, it's not easy, especially to cope with the fact that you go to the halftime with the feeling that you create a lot of situations, but unfortunately you are 2-0 down, and that's what it counts. 1-2, then Nico scored the penalty, but reality is that we were behind, and in that sense I think that it was difficult. But at the same time, I'm always more worried when we are not creating chances, when we're not playing good, than at the level we did. We spoke in the halftime about it was very important to not concede in the beginning, to keep pushing, to make sure that we could win the second half, try to play a new game 45 minutes and try to win this second half. And yeah, I think that we created the chances, we hit the post with Koki, we created situations, but unfortunately they had today the quality and definitely the strength to score in key moments of the game. And yeah, I would say that after the 3-1 was very difficult, then we just opened up, we started to play with 3, and then they started to create more chances. So when we look at the stats, yeah, I think that the stats are never explaining the whole thing. I will look more into the first 60, 65 minutes, and definitely we need to improve on how to approach the last minutes of the game, because we're not as good as it was the rest of the game.
And at half-time, after we pulled one back, there was a change made of Seller on for Frey. What was the thinking behind that?
Yeah, we thought that Michi was not connecting as a link-up as he usually do. We know that we have a very important game on Derby, against Derby on Saturday as well, and we wanted Jan to contribute. They were defending really high, so I think that Jan, the first 15-20 minutes of the second half, he was really good. Then slowly, as I said, same as the team, he had less impact. But yeah, I'm very happy about the way he played the first 15 minutes, and I know that Michi is a very important player for us, so he's as well thinking a little bit about how to balance the team.
And you mentioned about the stats before. How important is it to not dwell too much on the results, but really think about the performances when they are like what they were for 60 minutes this evening?
Yeah, I always say that football is about achieving and not deserving. So today the stats can say one thing, but the reality is that we conceded 3 goals, 2 of them in set plays, and we need to do better than that. When we arrive that many times as we did into the final third, we need to create even more. We need to be more clinical, but obviously this is something that is not easy to get. We play against a team that invests heavily once again, that now they are in a good flow, because before that game they played the last 2 scoring 7 goals, creating a lot of chances. I think that we really pressed very good for the first 60, 70 minutes. They really struggled to get out of our high press, and that's what I want to take with me. Then of course there are areas that we need to improve, and my standards are always about, it's always possible to get better, especially when we don't get the 3 points. So we just need to keep on working, be very resilient. Now it's 2 games, 2 defeats in a row, and yeah, it doesn't matter how we look at it, we need to get better against Derby.
And one positive thing for tonight was that Chair came back off the bench. How big could that be for us?
Yeah, I never like to speak about the players that are absent, because today once again we were missing players, very important players like Jake, like Jack Colback, like other players. But it's true that it's very good news that both Ely and Foxy were back. Ely having some minutes, it's very positive news for the team. Of course, we understand that when he gets back to his best level, he will be a very important player for us, as he has always been, and we are looking forward to help him in this process to get back to that level. And the same with Fox. Yeah, as I said, competition and trying to prepare for the next game, because it's going to be just a few days, and it's very good news that they are back.
Finally, looking ahead towards Derby, how close is that to almost must-win territory after the results, and to make sure that the performances get to something?
Yeah, look, I think that we're in a situation where we know that getting back to the victory to 3 points is very important. Last season we were in a similar situation, I think around January, December. At this moment I'm not panicking. I think that the most important is to keep believing on what we are doing. The guys did today. I think the start of the game was brilliant. We had very good sequences on the ball. We beat the high pressure, something that we were struggling in some games, and we are getting better and better. So of course now it's just about making sure that everybody understands what is needed, and yeah, go all in against Derby, because it's an important game before the international break.
Thank you very much.